I'm kind of stuck, and I'm trying to embrace the new me, but it's hard. It's really hard.
My name is Kandie, and I was diagnosed in September of 2024 with endometrial cancer, stage 3C1, grade 3.
Kandie was known by family and friends as someone who always put others first. She wasn't ready to focus first on herself.
Of course, your life changes automatically right away. I've been on a roller coaster.
She went from cancer diagnosis to a hysterectomy to chemotherapy right away. There was no time to prepare.
I literally found out what grade I was on the 21st of November and immediately started chemotherapy the 25th of November.
Kandie's only real symptom? Nonstop bleeding. She bled every day for over a year.
Thought in July of 2023 that I was gonna start menopause because I hadn't had a period for 2 months prior. So I was all excited. And I started in July and I didn't stop. I was angry, very angry. Every doctor I called would tell me, you need to be done. You need to stop bleeding and then come in and we'll give you a pap smear. And I would explain to them, to the nurses and answer the phone and stuff, I'm not stopping. That's my problem.
She became anemic, needed blood transfusions, but still couldn't find answers. And when she did learn the answer, it wasn't at the doctor's office.
Because I didn't have any of the symptoms that I assumed you would have with cancer. So I was very shocked. But the scary thing for me is I seen my results before I talked to my doctor. So I knew I had cancer before I even seen the doctor. And they had stuck them on my chart before talking to me.
At first, doctors told her it was a garden variety cancer, but genetic testing revealed something that could complicate her treatment plan, something called deficient mismatch repair, or DMMR. That's when someone's DNA repair system is broken, leading to more cancer cells in the body. In endometrial cancer, this applies to almost 1/3 of all patients.
I have a deficient MMR, so my body doesn't know how to fight cancer cells, nor does it know how to kill them.
After struggling to get a diagnosis in the beginning, Kandie was able to find a good medical team, which she says made the process much easier.
I didn't ask a lot of questions because I was more overwhelmed. The nurse coordinator came in and explained all the medicines I could have again. They had me talk to the navigation person that told me who I could call if I needed help with nutrition. They had the other doctor, another person come in on the team that talked about, do I need help with money? Am I okay right now? Explain my insurance to me. So they were really good at pre-guessing what you were going to have questions with.
Kandie's focus turned to her family. Were her 3 daughters also at risk of this disease?
I was scared for them. I was scared that it was hereditary. I was worried I'd pass it on to my kids, and I didn't want my daughters to have to go through what I was going to start to go through. So before I had my hysterectomy, I asked them to do genetic testing immediately on it. They did and found out it wasn't.
Kandie was relieved her cancer wasn't genetic, but then she dealt with another worry.
Everything's going to be okay, but then my mind went straight to, am I going to be here for my grandsons? I just had a new one in July, just 2 months ago, and it's like, am I going to be there for them? Am I going to see them grow up? Honestly, today, I make myself goals, and today my goal is to make it till my grandson is 5 years old, till he has a concrete memory of me.
Kandie did 6 rounds of chemotherapy and is now doing immunotherapy. The physical effects of treatment have been difficult, but it has also taken an emotional toll.
What society expects you to be a beautiful person, and you're going to have babies, and you're going to have a family. I feel like since my insides have been messed with, I feel like I'm not a whole person anymore, I guess. So I don't feel like a whole woman.
Top gynecologic cancer experts say it's life-changing, maybe life-saving, for people to know more about what's going on in treatment options, which are growing in endometrial cancer.
Now, forget about getting rid of chemotherapy. Imagine if we get rid of surgery as well. How great that would be for our patients.
Dr. Brian Slomovitz is one of these world-renowned experts. He is the director of gynecologic oncology and co-chair of the Cancer Research Committee at Mount Sinai Medical Center. He wants patients to push for answers and advocate for their care.
If there's any signs of abnormal bleeding, we're really need to educate our patients to go see their healthcare providers. Oftentimes it could be nothing. It could be a polyp. It could be in a premenopausal woman, an abnormal period. But there's also cancers and precancers which need to be diagnosed. I always say the best way to cure cancer is to prevent cancer. Now, there's a large subgroup of patients that have the typical standard endometrial cancer, something called endometrioid endometrial cancer. This is really driven by obesity. Obese cells, fat cells in the body, produce estrogen. So the heavier a person is, the more likely they have higher estrogen levels. And it's the estrogen that sort of feeds the lining of the uterus, the endometrium, which could transform it into a cancer or precancer. There's more women now who die from endometrial cancer than from ovary cancer. Now, we used to think of ovary cancer as the silent killer. I think, the standard of care at first is a hysterectomy. After hysterectomy, we find about 70, 75 patients, maybe 80% are diagnosed with stage 1 disease. It's those other patients that we're more worried about, the patients with lymph node involvement or spread to the cervix or spread to other parts of the abdomen. Those are the advanced stage patients, and they require systemic therapies. Of those patients, the recurrence rates could be quite high. So, patients with advanced recurrent disease, recurrence rates could be 60, 70%. Some of the high-risk histologies, that P53 abnormal group, are the ones that are set up for recurrent disease as well. And we need to come up with more systemic treatment options. We're not going to rest until we get 100% cure rates. And I think it's important to talk to your doctor about what clinical trial options are there, what clinical research is going on. It's important always to get the right opinion, the correct opinion. It means it's okay to get second or even sometimes third opinions. I would just like to say one of my career goals is to get rid of chemotherapy for this disease. Why? The response rates to chemotherapy, even in the first line, are about 50, 52%. The duration of response, or the progression-free survival, is only about 14%. Those numbers aren't good enough. It's okay to get good standard of care. I don't think clinical trials are for all patients. But I think there are some patients that are super motivated that want to improve their treatment options.
If it can prolong my life so that I can live, I don't have concerns. I trust the doctors. Doctors look at us differently. I don't want to say we're second-class citizens, but if it's a woman, they always seem to think we exaggerate or we don't know what we're talking about or are we sure? And they don't take most doctors don't take us as serious as they should, in my opinion.
Kandie is finding strength in unexpected ways. She's also finding ways to stay grateful and keep her mental health in check.
Good evening. It's 8 o'clock here.
Honestly, a lot of walking. I do calm breathing. I watch reality trash TV, I will be honest. Watching things that I know are staged actually helps me get out of my head and gets me out of that everyday loop and then makes me grateful for what I have.
Through it all, Kandie's motivation comes from her family.
When I have down moments, the people that motivate me the most are my family, my immediate family, my husband, my daughters, my grandsons, my son-in-law. They'll tease me, I'll tease back, and it breaks the ice. If I'm having a hard time, they know they can give me they'll come up and give me hugs.
Her message to other women: push for answers.
If you know something's off, if you have been bleeding and you're for more than a month, push for the gynecologist to look at you. Push hard. Tell them, no, you're not taking no for an answer. You're coming in. If you're newly diagnosed with endometrial cancer, hang in there. It can get better. Join the groups that are on social medias about it. Those women will always help you get through it because there are people that have the same that you do.
The future's bright. We're becoming better and better with our treatment options.
Kandie is still in treatment, but she's hopeful and determined to make memories with her family.
I'm hoping to be NED in March so that I can be done in April. And after that, I'm going to be excited to be able to do vacations